Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Another day, another battlefield.
Just another day in the office.
I still have much to learn.
Over there.
I'm only glad to have you on our side and not Talon's.
Glad to be here. Still not used to such good company.
You hit rotate!
Not so sure about that, but I try.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Obvious. Watch out for that enemy. Here with the cure. Hostile mark.
Got one here.
Need healing. Get the immortality. You are completely healed.
Barrier is nearly spent.
My ultimate is charged. I spotted enemy. Everyone's getting better. Into the rear. Now you see me? Now you see! How? Amplification matrix charging.
Hiya!
The enemy is returning to life. But how?
Got one here.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
A shot of hell. Enemy here. Stay near the immortality field.
Got one here. Adaptive circuits engaged. Genji. Got one here. Taking me down just builds me up.
Enemy here. Oh, I feel all warm inside.
Get healed here.
It's update.
Special delivery. Got one here. Enemy here.
Got one here.
I have a new plan this time.
Look at me go. Enemy here.
I see one. Got one here. Looking better already. Enemy here.
60 seconds.
Apagando las luces. Enemy here.
complete. Score 0-0. Switching sides.
Another day, another battlefield. You're strong enough to leave, Talon. They can't trap you.
But I am not trapped. My colleagues give me everything I need.
I thought the same thing for too long. Hey.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Welcome to Rio, ladies and gentlemen.
Ha!
Five, four, three, two,
Breaking me down
one.
just builds me up.
Attack commencing.
Hey, shields on fire. Protecting. Down. Get back. Let me help you with
The
that.
barrier appears.
Enemy here. I've got it. Placing shield. Got one here. Enemy here. Here my go. I have the objective. Fire. Ready for duty. Let's all find my own path.
Get up.
The breeze brings relief.
Enemy here. I can use a heal. Bionic heal ready for you.
私が守る。My ultimate is charging. Hi there.
Now you see me? Now you don't.
We've got the ultimate's charging. Gogoyo, under my protection.
I'll just take the objective.
Behind you.
Do some healing.
I spotted an enemy. Watch out for the enemy.
Like a gentle rain.
Target in sight. Enemy here.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Taking damage.
Listen.
Damn it. Didn't move.
Nice.
60 seconds remaining.
Hostile mark.
Fire at will. Enemy here. Soothing your wounds. I'm on fire. That's how it's done.
Victory. seconds remaining.
Joystick shot.
Efficient design at work.
Hello. Big challenger.
My ultimate is ready.
Greetings.
Hello.
Let's get into a healing.
Ready to overclock.
With me?
30 seconds remaining. It's go
It's
time.
almost ready.
To the end seconds remaining.
Enemy here.
I've got you in my sights.
I am on fire. Enemy here.
Victory. Play of the game.
Hello.
Let's get this show on the
Hello
road.
I wish violence never solved anything. It would make peace so much easier. Time for spring.
So, here's the plan. Do what I do, listen to what I say, and don't screw this up!
Hey. Hey.
5,
Need a lift?
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Keep each other safe. Enemy here.
Careful. I missed being alive. Up and at him. The numbers do not favor us. Round these doors.
Team kill.
Zarya, ready for duty.
Breaking me down just builds me up. Going here. Looking better already.
Objective loss. The payload.
protect you.
Everyone, heal up. Heads up.
Огонь по готовности.
Step right. Tactical visor activated. Come get healed.
Let me take care of that for you.
That'll take your head.
Fire at will.
Run into me. Get back. I needed that. Looking better already.
You're strong enough to leave us healing.
I'll remember that for next time.
Another day, another
Trio
battle.
by Miss Roach and en route.
Life protects life.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Sorry. Огонь по готовности.
Get into the field.
Get back. Let me help you with that.
Barrier up here.
Enemy here. Enemy here. Looking.
Ready for duty.
The prophetic flux is upon us.
The breeze brings relief.
Enemy here. I could use a heal.
Time to see real love. My gift to you. Special delivery. My ultimate is charging. Hi there.
Now you see me? Now you don't.
We've got the ultimate's charging.
Gogoyo,
Under my protection.
I'll just take the objective.
Behind you.
Do some healing.
I spotted enemy. Watch out for the enemy.
Like a gentle rain.
Target in sight.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Taking damage.
Let's alone.
Damn it. Don't move.
Nice.
60 seconds.
Hostile mark.
Fire at will. Enemy here. Soothing your wounds. Select. Prepare your defenses. Select. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Another day, another battlefield.
Phenomena bear further investigation.
Copy that. I read you.
I will see this task completed. Group up.
5, 4,
Understood.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Order 76 online.
Area denial.
Never happen. I spot an enemy.
I'll find my own path.
The objective is now active.
Doki!
Speed it up, everyone!
Echo here.
I'm with you.
Winston report.
Let me balance you out. Be purified. I've got you.
My barrier is gone.
That was interesting. Watashi ga mamoru. Teleporter manifested. Okay, I learned from that. Like a let the kitsune guide you! Purify. Time to try again.
Capture the objective. We can do this.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
Best round lost. Score 0-1.
Interesting choices, Cole. A professional gamer, a Russian powerlifter, 2 mercenaries.
You like him.
I really do.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Another day, another battlefield.
Sojourn en route.
You are completely healed. Hostile mark.
Objective's got my name on it. Could have yours too.
Immortality field deployed.
I need healing.
Stay alive, boss. I'm reloading. Give me a sec. I spotted enemy. Need healing. Nice to be. My ultimate is charging. Like new again. Regenerated.
Enemy contact.
You are completely healed. Let them up. Stay near the immortality. Need some help here. Thanks for the help. D'accord. Come here if you want some healing. Hey. Listen to me up.
My ultimate is charging.
Watch here.
Group up with me.
Loud and clear. Stopping you up.
Then go inside.
Si me refaire l'enfant. Now you see me, now you don't. Ultimate's ready. A little medicine goes a long way. I got you. Amplification matrix charging.
Need repair.
Regenerating. Enemy.
It's go time.
It's not over yet. Get into the field. Let them up.
Ready for battle. your defenses. Select your hero.
I'll find my own path. They had this coming, so let's give it to them. Hi.
Bet it's fun, hanging out in the sky. I do enjoy the perspective and tactical advantages, yes. Do you ever pretend you're a bird?
Constantly.
So many memories.
What's up?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
I'm here. Nice to know you have my back.
Shutting them down.
Draw strength from nature.
Breaking them down.
Thanks. The breeze brings relief. My ultimate is charging.
This ends now.
I got you. Hey, big guy. Let the kitsune got
Meteor strike!
The payload has
the
reached
spring
the
flows
chip.
anew. What's up? Heads up.
I keep you up.
I'm grateful. 私がついてる。回復する。Hey. The breeze brings relief.
Duplicating doom.
Good to see you.
Area denied.
Hey.
Torbjörn, ready to fire!
Now.
We're outnumbered.
The payload has reached the chip.
Done playing around.
半蔵
At your service.
Draw strength from nature. Enemy here. Let the Kitsune guide you. Just needed a dash of mischief. Decked thyself.
The barrier cannot withstand much more. My barrier is gone.
Vengeance will find you.
Barrier initialized.
Soothing your wounds.
Barrier is nearly spent. You reach the function.
This ends now.
Team kill.
Halo's momentum.
Yo, coming at you.
Round 1. Complete. Score 0-3. Switching sides.
I'll find my own path. They have this coming, so let's give it to them.
Amid discord, we will find tranquility.
I wouldn't mind stealing a spaceship. You hear what they make satellites out of these days?
Let's make this quick. I have peanut butter banana bread in the oven.
Good to see you. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort the payload.
Heed this one.
Come on, let's move this payload.
takes 100 times to learn, 1,000 times to understand.
Hanzo, at your service.
Of course.
This ends now.
This will cut the pace.
The outcome is not peace be upon you.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty.
Hello.
Nano boost administered.
Help me.
Come to me. A challenge presents itself.
The wolf hunts for his prey!
30 seconds remaining. They have superior numbers. 30 seconds remaining.
No time for R&R. Push that payload.
Humanity is shackled. 10 seconds remaining.
There's not much time left. Let's give it our all.
Healing fortified.
This ends now.
We're outnumbered.
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
find my own path. They had this coming, so let's give it to them. Hi.
Bet it's fun, hanging out in the sky. I do enjoy the perspective and tactical advantages, yes. Do you ever pretend you're a bird? Constantly. Now, prepare your defenses. Roll. Select your hero.
Another day, another battlefield.
Protect your friends.
You answered Winston's recall, even after all you went through.
If I am called, then I do not answer. What is left, Anna?
You are left, Reinhardt, and that is nothing to scoff at.
Come here.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Welcome. Understood. Stay inside the field. Nice to be the patient for a change.
Enemy needs healing.
Need to reload. Yeah, the night is young.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Feeling better?
My ultimate charge. My ultimate charge.
Everyone feeling better?
My ultimate is almost ready.
You're completely healed. Regenerate. Stay near the immortality field.
Fire at will.
Hello.
Let them out.
We're good.
Not well yet.
Coming at you.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
A little medicine goes a long way. Got the victory fever. Tip top shape.
Let the healing sound watch over you.
All ready.
I don't think you're going to miss. Get into the field.
Soldier 76, reporting for duty. Got eyes on an enemy.
How about I try that again? Amplification matrix charging. A shot of hell. Amplification matrix charging.
I gave you a chance.
Who's that to Mia?
Thanks.
Let them out.
Pass into the iris.
I'll find my own path.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
I'll find my own path.
The eye will not fail. The hand will not flinch.
Remember when
when you had a bowl cut?
Yes. You didn't want to be the only one.
I never had one.
I believe I have pictures. How? I still have much to learn.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
もう大丈夫。
Ultimate's charging. Ready to engage.
Got one here. Enemy here. My gift to you.
Was good.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Draw strength from nature. We've got on my way.
My ultimate is charged.
Hey. Restoring balance.
Pushing the payload! On me! Enemy!
What we do like a gentle rain.
Behind you.
My ultimate is almost ready. Thought they were dead. Fire at its will. Yet not. Done playing around.
You're mine now. Diva online. My ultimate is ready. We're all ready.
Carried on the wind. Let the Kitsune guide you! Sometimes protection incoming!
I'm on fire of the world. System tag.
Ah, damn it! Once.
Payload forward. Thank you.
Kokoyo? Let me balance you out.
Party time, let's go!
My ultimate is charging.
Oh, let's break it!
Be healed. I am strong. Activating self-destruct sequence. Now go get it. Help me move the payload. The breeze brings relief.
Your carrying here.
That's Fox power. My ultimate is charging.
Enemy spotted.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Check this out. I see an enemy.
Payload has reached the checkpoint.
Soothing your wounds. Move
Come
forward.
on, team. Push the payload.
What's up? Push forward. You have no excuses now.
Pushing the payload. On me.
Be healed. 私がついてる。Огонь по готовности! Rocket
Soldier en route.
Time to get clever.
Appreciate it.
Ultimate's charging.
Thanks.
Payload stall. Get on. Hey. Clear out. Ultimate's charging. Como le viene almost put you. My ultimate is almost ready. Guardini, with it.
Let's go.
Soothing your wounds. Let the kitsune guide you. Fire at will. Just needed a dash of mischief.
Can I thank you?
The breeze. Someone here.
60 seconds.
I've got you. You're all good.
Enemy here.
It's go time. The battle ignites.
Tengo que irme.
Group up here. 私がついてる。Ultimate's charging.
10 seconds.
Come on. Get that payload going.
Enemy here.
Tracer here.
Play of the game. Arriving at Lijiang Tower.
My throne is where I say it is.
The world is a dream not yet realized.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let's go smash some heads!
The enemy is here.
Behold my creation.
Let's go win this thing!
Ist nicht getan.
Stop mucking around and move!
Teleporter materialized.
To me, Gracie! Time for the reckoning!
Here they come. Optimus fall.
That's no way to treat your queen!
Enemy turret over there! Enemy turret ahead.
Stop mucking around and move! Gracie, come! The queen!
Meteor strike!
No time for Gaunt Rampage yet!
रास्ता खुल गया है.
Don't get caught by turret.
I need you, Gracie! Beat me! Like hell you will!
First round lost.
Discharging.
0-1.
Don't be afraid to ask for help out there.
Satya. Remember our good old days at the academy?
You complained constantly about everything, and then you dropped out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Constructing my teleporter. We still have time to correct our mistakes.
Shields buckling. You only lose if you stay down. You bleed for a move. Pick up your feet. How's that edge time for the reckoning. Rampage yet. I am outside.
Ready for it.
Double. Triple. The queen. Shields buckling. Conflict has found us. Grenade crisis. Time for the reckoning. I wanted a scar.
struggling, prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Why seek answers when we do know the question?
Remember the Vykovsky kingpins? 300 meters downrange. You fired once, they both fell. Beautiful.
That's not the word I would choose.
Been a while. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Actuating the barrier.
Beyond this flame. Ultimate is charging.
Barrier initialized.
I need assistance.
Raise upon us.
Return to me.
Nanoboost administers.
Sublime lethality.
Yahi param vastavika hai.
Be careful.
We got protect the objective.
You're falling apart.
Stop the pain. This ends now.
Missteps still lead forward.
I am ready to unleash correction. My ultimate is
Not yet ready.
Coalescence is charging.
My ultimate is charging.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
Acknowledged.
Understood. Enemy in my sight.
Stand your ground. This my arm.
Why seek answers when we do know the question?
I'm on my way. My ultimate
Collapsing the barrier! My ultimate is
Is within my
barrier initialized!
Heading you off.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
Why seek answers when we do know the question?
I know that look. Mending an old wound.
I wronged someone dear to me. The path to redemption is trying.
It's not pleasant. But you'll see, it was worth it in the end.
I hope so.
The state of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Activating the barrier!
Capture objective
Over there! charging.
ultimate ability is charging.
My objective A
Captured.
payload secured. Let's move.
Cannot escape me.
Over here. Soy intocable.
Over there! Return to me!
Come to me and I will heal you. Rendezvous at 5%.
Actuating the barrier!
Ready to activate the EMP.
My ultimate is
Coalescence
charging.
is charging. Understood.
We can't move until the payload moves.
Barrier initialized! Barrier unsuccessful!
EMP charged.
Convene here!
My ultimate is good to go.
Group up here! Enemy vector calculated. Actuating the barrier! Easy but a fraction. Through hardships, almost time for a graphitic flux.
Thank you. Collapsing
Collapsing the barrier! A threat emerges.
Fall back. I offer something more.
Was there a miscalculation?
Take this. Fall back.
The barrier appears.
EMP! You see more!
Withdrawing the barrier.
60 seconds.
I'm on my way.
Not to be academic, but I believe that one would call this being on fire. Actuating the barrier.
Ultimate is charging. Barrier initialized.
Prey is upon us.
Return to me.
Persistence is always rewarded. Much obliged. Come to me and I will heal you. Move up with me. Move forward. Eyes open now. You up. Thank Big Starlight.
Tactical goggles activated.
The Iron Force wants to dominate you.
Coalescence is charging. My ultimate is charging.
Get in there, Beelzebub!
No. Enemy in my sight.
30 seconds remaining.
A cure for all the tales. Lending a hand. I offer something more.
60 seconds remaining.
Receive my aid.
Death Blossom is ready.
My ultimate is charged.
Your end is within my reach.
I'm under attack.
I've got you. Stay nourished. Eyes open now. Go much. For the punch.
Heading you out.
Double kill. Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
I will find the key.
I know that look. Mending an old wound.
I wronged someone dear to me. The path to redemption.
Activating the barrier.
I keep you up. Rendezvous at my position.
Activating the barrier.
I keep you up. Thank you.
I'm on my way.
Not to be academic, but I believe one would call this being on fire.
Actuating the barrier.
My heart's still beating. So let's go. That's right. Never happened.
Show me your work.
Just fine, Eddie.
Let's go.
Let them up.
And meoww, I think, ready to pick up that punch. See exactly how it is going to go. Worlds 2023, game number 1. Let's do it.
And already, I've got to point out, it's triple TP for meoww. Crisp is going to be taking the TP on that Tahm Kench, so feeling that they can't necessarily get pressured heavily enough to actually get killed. If he feels he's going to get chunked out, hey, you TP back early. You know, you keep up that farm as much as you possibly can, but it's going to give you the advantage in playing that map because they will have that extra teleport come mid and late game.
Another thing here is, what is the level 1 going to be? I think that one of the other really underrated parts of the Senna Kench is how strong their level 1 is.
Exactly right, but just a reminder to connect your League of Legends account with Prime Gaming to grab the exclusive Braum W emote. And if you haven't done it already, my goodness, I mean, this is, just do it. Just do it now. That'll be fantastic.
It's a really good emote.
Yeah.
And you saw there as well, no opportunity, unfortunately, for meoww to use it, at least for now, although late invade might come through. But I do think that the level 1 of meoww is so strong, and they're clearly expecting this. So T1, I think, very smart not to opt into this and take the risk in game 1 of the finals.
And they were pretty good at utilizing Tahm Kench in that level 1 play, if we remember back to it as well. So certainly no shenanigans this time around. And I think in a game number 1, that is a good idea. Faker on his 4th unique champion here for Worlds in game number 1 of the final. But of course, Ahri is one that he's been famous for many years.
And I think there's going to be so many eyes on the mid lane because xiaohu has not been performing to the level that people were hoping for from him. You know, he hasn't been having that incredible tournament, but now here in his first ever World Finals, he's got to step up if it's going to be meoww win.
Exactly. Well, Piercing Darkness coming through there from Light. Not too much, just a little bit of a tussle, a little bit of checking each other on the bottom side of the map, as Faker now trying to push forward. xiaohu just having an okay time here as the Jace into the Ahri.
And we'll see if we're going to see, and rather where we're going to see the early jungle attention. Because I think for T1, obviously, self-explanatory, Dragons and Heralds are incredibly important to pick up early. But there is an opportunity to try and go for these aggressive plays. I think meoww in particular has been really good about consistently finding bot line angles. Although he is currently pathing towards bot. We'll see how T1 can cover for Zeus, because he is already shoving in And if you can get an early kill on the Yone, it can really send it behind.
Well, an owner's going to use this to invade, right? He's going to win this duel against Weiwei, so he's just going to try to get right in his face, push him out. He knows he has that pushing top lane, and we'll see how this fight does go.
Yeah, nice little sidestep there to avoid the Sonic Wave. Weiwei just making sure that he can keep that health bar high. Has actually popped the potion there as well. It's the sapling in the brush. His owner's just looking to try and wreak havoc.
But look at Zeus. Zeus is already moving down. That's why he starts the camp now, because Zeus got the push in. He's going to come down, so Weiwei's going to have to back off. He could look for the 50-50, but he risks putting himself in danger. So it should be Owner grabbing the Wolf, and they can continue this pressure on. You can look towards mid now, as Xiao is in trouble.
Yeah, Owner immediately moves over. There's the flash. A Q's going to land from Owner, but he decides to not go in under the inner turret, and Xiao looks to try and fire back.
This is just great stuff early on here from T1. Owner, 3 camps top, moves into the enemy jungle to cover Zeus on the push, then uses Zeus' pressure to move down, steal the Wolves, rotates over towards mid where Faker has that, now into a bot side scuttle. This is really clean, really well pre-planned play here from T1.
And I'm going to be looking towards how are the junglers able to punish the lack of flashes.
W as Faker gets the charm. He stomps it to the skies, but I don't think it's going to be enough because his flash is already down. And first blood goes to Xiao.
And I haven't even finished my sentence, so Weiwei does that exact thing. Punishes Faker for being that far up in the lane, and all they gave up for it was a wolf camp.
And we said Xiao had to have a good series, had to have a good game, and what better start than a first blood on the Spring King from the LPL in his first World Finals.
And you mentioned it already, Chronicler. Xiao is a guy that's had a lot of attention from a lot of fans and already starting to silence some of those doubts. But it is very, very early days in this one as we check out the replay. Really good pathing here from Weiwei.
Yeah, this is just great from Weiwei. It just wraps around, did skip that topside scuttle, and I think Faker potentially thought he was actually over on it. Just comes right down, pass immediately there, is not going to be able to get out as Faker committed the flash for that trade earlier on Xiao.
And if you think back to the spring final, or summer finals rather, that T1 wasn't able to win, it was in large part because Genji identified if you get Faker off of some of his comfort champions and you put him down early by a lot of repeated jungle attention, it can be a viable way to get an early to mid game lead against T1. And we've seen that they can struggle in that situation. And particularly with draft like this, you need to win. You can't try and kind of go through the middle, maybe pick up a dragon or two. No, you need to be able to dominate from the get-go.
And Ari Pre-6 is one of those champions that you really can take advantage of. That is why Azir was so key for T1 in their playoff run. And Weiwei, it's interesting to note that it was that first gank in towards mid. He has been so heavily prioritizing these bot side ganks throughout Worlds. In the LPL, it was much more about playing towards the Shy, but at Worlds, it has been about playing towards Chris, playing towards Light. And I really wanted to see what his game plan was going to be coming into Worlds, because clearly T1 would be prepped for that.
Well, and they're going to clear out some vision. As you can see, Control Ward in the Drake pit. First one going to be a Chemtech Drake. And Ona is going to very happily join Keria as they look to take this one down. So at about 6 minutes into the game, we will have our very first dragon. Faker coming on over, not going to be able to steal anything away, just getting some information here for T1. So they will be able to secure this dragon. So that is one of the steps that they have taken here. Still, they're going to need those big advantages like you guys were talking about in order to make this one work. Looking here towards the bottom side, Gumayusi has a huge advantage over the Tahm Kench, but something that you would expect. It's not necessarily a lane you can really judge on CS.
I mean, you can see it in both top and bot lane, though. These CS differences, obviously, is the Tahm Kench versus that Kalista, not comparing it with the Senna. But both top and bot, significant CS advantages already here for T1. Mid, slightly favored towards Faker despite the death. They are out-farming their opponents, and that's why they're still up this slight amount of gold despite giving up that first blood.
And this is something Weibo was also able to do. The Shy, specifically against Bin, was able to use the fact that the matchup was isolated to push really heavily for big CS leads and then take those leads into mid-game fights and carry them.
And when we talk about comps that are relying on these early game advantages, one of the ways you can do it is just by stacking dragons. You're playing Kalista, you're going to have bot side pressure. Even if you can't establish a massive gold lead, if you take these early dragons and put the pressure of that soul on your opponents, you circumvent a lot of the weaknesses in hard engage that your composition has. You draw your opponents to you, you force them to challenge you at these dragons where you are going to be set up for that fight, where you are going to be in the advantage.
Well, right now, it is just a bit of trading in lanes. Weiwei going to go home, collect himself a book and a Control Ward, try to get back to it as Crisp, the tongue lash. It hurts a whole lot more, I feel like, when you've got him sitting in a lane by himself for quite some time, but he's actually still just level 5, same as everybody else. And Gumyushi still playing aggressively, not able to land too many of these pierces as Zeus' soul is relatively unbound as he just keeps shoving these waves relentlessly into the Shy's turret. First plate has gone down already here for T1, like you were mentioning, Azael playing into the advantages in gold that is now ticked up to about 500.
And my expectation is that T1 is going to use this top lane prio to secure Herald without too much difficulty. Faker almost will have his flash available. Xiao Hu already has his. But with this Aatrox being perma-pushed in, it should make the setup for T1 around this objective pretty easy. And they have also already rotated over Gumayushi and Keria. So they're going to secure this. Then my question becomes, where are they going to throw it down? Because the two obvious solutions to me would be either Zeus or Guma. Obviously, Guma already massively far ahead, but a Yone in the side lane, I think, is one of the biggest things that Weibo might not be able to answer.
I agree completely. I think it should go towards Zeus. He already has the push. This is one of these hyper-scaling top laners that he already has the early push. You can harass those towers, harass the Aatrox with the Soul Unbound, and you get him that big gold lead. This guy can make miracles happen in a 5v5. Zeus has been simply incredible throughout the World Championship.
Certainly has. And now Faker is going to dash in, finds the charm onto the Tom Kench. Faker has to get out of there, though. Can't be a snare for the hostile takeover. Gets so much work done. The Devour's in, but the kill's there. For Ono, Xiao Hu now going down low as Faker dashes forward once again. But it looks like they'll have to settle for one and a Herald.
And Weibo, they see that T1 is at the Herald. They rotate over, and I think they try to recuperate. But that's sunken cost fallacy because they just walk up. T1 finds the angle, and Weibo give up the Herald and a kill.
Exactly, and maybe going to lose some farm down on bot side as well, because Chris has no TP, but Zeus.
Nature's Grasp comes in, he gets pulled back, he's interrupted from the ultimate. Zeus does get a knock up there and a shield, but I think he's still dead. And there it is, the answering kill from the Shy.
Weibo able to punch back on the top side. You can see Owner hanging around that bottom side, potentially threatening, as Guma and Keria are going to push it in. Already have taken a plate themselves down there, but great kill back on the top side. Does help to equalize the gold there for the Shy.
Yeah, gold now actually completely fine. The Shy might even be able to pick up plate as well. And crucially, Zeus doesn't have TP, so actually is going to lose out on this wave. Unlike Faker when he was ganked earlier, could just TP back to the lane. Not going to be the case here. And that's the second time that Weibo, the initial play might not work, but Weiwei pulls it back.
Exactly. And Zeus just couldn't use that ultimate quite fast enough, you know, so Weiwei was able to get ahead of him, blocks the ulti, and then from that point, Zeus says, you know what, I'm dead either way, so I'm going to hold on to the flash, but that is an unfortunate death for him as he had so much pressure on top side, so much tempo, and a lot of that is going to be lost now, but not lost in the mid lane where Faker has continued to push in, continued this relentless aggression here, despite being that first death.
Yep. Even though he did fall down first up, Faker is pretty good at bouncing back from initial deaths. The global taunt that he's had for the last 10 years seems to be the thing.
The most ganked man of all time.
I think it's probably true, but also he's played like the most games out of anyone else that still plays currently. So it's a weird stat to go towards. Bottom side of the map, we do see a reset coming through here for Gumyushi and Keria. Not quite towards the first item yet for the Kalista, which would be pretty important for the next fight coming up. See what they can get for themselves.
Yeah, you see as well already, Weibo is moving up. The second Drake, I think, is really pivotal. There are a lot of good Drakes still available for T1. No Camtech Dragon in particular.
We know exactly what Drake it's going to be. It's T1.
It's Cloud.
It's got to be the Cloud. They've got the most Clouds out of any other team at Worlds.
You don't want them to have Cloud Soul, particularly not with the amount of mobility on the team. So I think that Weibo is going to try and contest here. But T1 still are the ones with control of their pot side. Prio is now being found by Light and Crisp. Herald being placed down just in mid lane to try and pressure Weibo out and get a quick move into the river.
It's going to mean that dragon should belong to T1 if they can get control with it. Faker sticking around for the cash. They will be able to gather it here. Orbit Deception going to go wide, and it looks like Faker's not going to stick around for another plate. As Weiwei going for a reset, they're going to give up the second Drake as well.
Yeah, I think there's just no real angle for them to contest from this point. Owner drops the Herald mid, they get Prio there, they reestablish Prio down on that bot side, move up through the river. And with Keria and Guma at such a strong point early on in the game, it is going to be Cloud Soul.
Yeah, it's not a question mark. I did tell you. I informed you. I didn't pose a question.
Well, Atlas, I always want to believe that you're right about dragons. And in case of Clouds, I got to say, you often are.
Yeah. And do you know who was actually the one that told me that my love of Clouds was actually okay? It was Azael. As Crisp is taking some damage here towards the bottom side. It's all right.
I've always been a Cloud believer.
Yeah.
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 Move speed turns out pretty good.
Uh-huh. It's a pretty good stat. And Zeus not going to, he's actually going to utilize some move speed to move out of the Infernal Chains. Look at
nice
that.
Transition.
Proving your point immediately, Azale. You love to see it. Owner is here, though. It's going to be a 2v2. Zeus taking a bit of damage as the Q comes down. There's the ulti. Nature's Grasp, but look at the knockups. The kickback. Wei punches him out of it. Dawning Shadow Blade through to help get the kill onto Zeus. It looked good for T1, and Weibo struck back.
And Light saves the play. T1 make the call before Zeus has back to all in on specifically the Maokai. Just finished his demonic embrace. Weiwei is able to stay alive. Light keeps him there, and a big win for Weibo.
They thought they could punish the missing flash that had been spent as Carrier looking for an angle, won't find it. They wanted to be able to burst him down. Faker.
Yeah,
maybe
Everfrost has come through. Foxfire coming down, but they do have to invest the ultimate. Faker now not going to have that for the next play, and that's what Xiaohu wanted.
We'll have to see now. The Shy getting more and more ahead now in that top lane. You know, has taken a couple of plays, does have the kill and the assist. Gore Drinker completed, tier 2 boots done. Zeus with that big farm lead is still keeping things relatively even, but both those scraps on the top side have gone Weibo's way.
And again, Weiwei to me has been the crucial factor here. 100% kill participation thus far, able to make sure that T1 doesn't get that momentum. Now, I don't think that T1, particularly with the dragon stacking, is necessarily in grave danger, but this means that the gold stays on parity, that Weibo still gets to scale into that mid to late game, where it can be incredibly impressive to enter as the Shy might be getting ganked.
Yeah, Carrier is going to move on up here as Zeus is going to break those chains. Carrier is looking for that handshake angle as already the Shy's done a fair bit of damage, but I don't think it is going to be enough as it's Alco Gaming for the Shy, and he will go down. Owner grabs that kill.
Owner, nice kill on the top side. If 2 doesn't work, bring 3. Bring another guy. Carry on the roam up towards top side. Wasn't really expected, I think, to be up there. The Shy thought he was going to be safe, but now dying there with no TP does mean there's going to be a pretty big push. You can see Guma. Of course, you have to compare that with Crisp's goal.
Oh, brings him back in with a twisted advance. The kickback as well as Weiwei gets out the punch, and now Xiaohu coming on in. Owner's going to burn down, and no bailout for you. Light's in a bit of trouble, but the charm is not going to get it done because Crisp is there with the denial with the Devour, and T1 have to run away. What a play from Weibo.
And continuously, they are getting out skirmished. Weiwei should be able to get the execute here. So nothing given up. And Weibo walk away victorious again.
Weiwei has just had such an incredible journey as a player. You know, this guy first starting on V5, came in with them, played with BLG, and since joining, Weibo has made such a difference with this team, has really transformed the team, has such good pressure in the early stages, and him getting going early always spells good things for this team.
Certainly does. Let's have a look at the play one more time.
And as we look here, initially it looks like T1 wants to back off, but Weiwei goes very far back, but then crucially barely stays alive, right? And with him getting away, there is no bailout value for Owner, and the fact that Faker TP's in doesn't matter because Crisp is standing at the ready with Devour.
Yeah, Crisp is there, and Light with some nice little side steps. Don't think the charm would have mattered even if it landed because Crisp was right behind him, but well played on the sidestep nonetheless. T1, though, continually going towards these objectives. They know they need to keep pushing the pace, and Weibo here looking to challenge.
And nice shock blast is going to soften up T1 just a little bit here. 4 versus 3 in this moment, but Faker's wrapping around from the top side of the fight. The Shy pretty far away from this one. And Zeus is moving in, gets over the wall. There's the ult. It's going to be dodged as he gets himself out of there with the Unbound Soul. And T1, they are going to be able to secure the Herald.
Forces the flash from Light, and they get the Herald. Really nicely done from T1. That is what has been going their way all game long.
And now I'm wondering, can T1 also get themselves to this Dragon in time? I think they just have enough time to still get the backs in, make their way, spend their money, and then try and set up this soul point very early on. Because while when it comes to gold, Weibo has been able to stay very relevant, if T1 pick this up, they will have gotten every single objective thus far, and it will at the very least force Weibo to maybe make some tough decisions once Zeus in the sideline becomes hard to deal with, because I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going for Hullbreaker again.
And this is such an early soul point that they will be moving to. Their 3rd dragon here taken, if they can get it, around 17 and a half minutes into the game. You know, threatening that 22, 23-minute soul would be a really tough spot here for Weibo. So they have to get mid lane control. They have to be able to push this out, then move into the river. They want to be first to the scene. And you can see Weiwei trying to keep these saplings down and harass T1 as they try to move in. But in the bot lane, it's Zeus with the push there. And if he can get Pryo down to that bot side, they can potentially set up a flank from multiple angles.
Yep, Owner should be able to put the Herald down here as well to help them get that mid control, get towards that dragon. But you can see Weibo don't want to give up the river right now. Weiwei just standing stalwart. The Shy is going to turn up. Charm is going to connect, but Faker probably not wanting to go in on that one. You're going to connect from Owner and T1, just keeping up this pressure, allowing Weibo to move into that river, knowing they have Zeus very close to that bottom wave to keep pressure in the lane.
Exactly. Zeus threatened moving up. He went, just did the gromp. Now he's down back towards that bottom lane, pushing that out. So forcing the response from the Shy. T1 are happy in this stalemate position right now. They still have the Herald to work with. So if Weibo overcommit towards the Dragon, they can just drop Herald mid and guarantee that tier 1.
Carrier is going to miss the handshake, but the Q's going to land from Ona. Weiwei could avoid it with the twisted advance. Ona not going to go in as the Everfrost, it gets the Devour. Gumayushi getting himself out of there and utilizing his ultimate to save Carrier as well, but that is so many cooldowns, and now Weibo have started up the Drake.
Weibo might be looking to go for it. They've also used a number of cooldowns themselves, most notably the Shy and Weiwei's ultimate. We'll see if T1 tries to go for an alternative play, just push mid, but it looks like Weibo isn't even going to give them the opportunity as Owner!
Oh, there's a kick flash. Xiaohu's going to be pushed into Faker. The flash forward, but the Charm is going to miss. What? The Pierce doesn't land, and Xiaohu just walks it off. No worries there at all as Crisp is under the turret. They throw down Herald, but Zeus has found 2 with the ultimate life. Goes down so low, but isn't going to survive. Weiwei trying to get himself out of there, and the Shy is given up on. Weiwei running the wrong direction, but they at least get the Dragon.
Weibo get the Dragon, but T1 get the kill. Xiaohu lucky to get out of that one, but Weiwei, he's going home in the body bag.
That is the final kill there from Ona. And that is the first fight that T1 have won, but they've lost that Dragon stacking that you were talking about earlier, Chronicler. And so we'll see whether they can grab that next one and keep this level of pressure up, because 2.3 thousand gold, is that enough of a lead for this early game composition?
And there is a reason why Owner's Lee has been feared. And the funniest part to me is this play doesn't even matter, because Xiao actually is able to walk it up. Another miraculous survival. Faker doesn't get the chase because of Crisp, but then it's Zeus who got put down in lane that makes the hero play.
Exactly, comes in on the other side. There's no Devour because Crisp was over saving his mid laner, trying to defend there. So Light is left vulnerable, and Light is punished big time. T1 getting that major gold injection in, and you can see a lot of these towers that they've been pressing. If you look on live, Faker taking down that top tier 1. A lot of these turrets have been getting lower and lower from this T1 lane dominance.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of relief on Tom's face there as well. Hoping that T1 can get this mid-game sorted out. Ona stealing away some Raptors. Full vision given over to Weibo. 3.5 minutes on the clock when it comes to the Drake, as in goes Zeus. Xiaohu just boops him away, and Owner is going to come through as well. Xiaohu in still a lot of trouble. Safeguard comes in. Xiaohu moving away from the Lee Sin to the skies, comes down. The Devourer is there. It was Crisp coming forward, and he saves his mid laner, but that is a lot invested.
That's the problem, is that even though Xiaohu makes it out alive, Crisp uses TP, and they're not even going to be able to save the turret. So even though Zeus isn't able to actually clip Xiaohu, he sidesteps the ultimate, it's still a big win, and the Hull Breaker is in fact done, and it makes him such a menace in the side lane.
Exactly, it's incredibly difficult to deal with him. They become incredibly tanky, and one of the most underrated parts about this is how tanky it actually makes the cannon minions. They become very difficult to actually wave clear out. It allows you to harass your opponent, but Guma
could be in a bit of trouble here as Crisp looks for it. The immediate cleanse does get out of the way. Nature's Grasp isn't going to connect, but there is the twisted advance. Hostile takeover across everyone, though, but the Shy is just gigantic. Guma trying to hop away. The Fates call the knockups, and meanwhile, Weiwei is going down. Faker collects it before falling down. Crisp has to go, though, because he's so incredibly low, and Zeus is tearing them to shreds. Weibo lying on the floor now as T1 look to tidy up Crisp, and they won that team fight even better than the last.
Guma refuses to go down. Carrier saves him, coming in with the hostile takeover at T1. They're on the Baron.
And it's Renata that does it again. Carrier standing at the ready, keeps Guma alive throughout all of it. And T1, the goal before this was even. Weibo picked up the Dragon, but after this fight, multiple kills going over the T1. Baron secured. And it looks like the first grade might have been broken open. The early game comp getting it done.
And here is the replay. We'll see how it all started. It looked like a pick on Gumayushi.
It did, but it just took them so long to actually get to him. You can see everyone from T1 is coming as fast as they possibly can. And all the time that was bought here by Guma allows them to arrive, allows the hostile takeover here, hitting across multiple members. Light is forced to even flash out, just trying to avoid it, but Owner knocks him down. Guma dances out, using that ultimate with Carria's help to peel him off.
And we're seeing one of the big issues with the Senna is that if you're playing a front to back, Senna feels almost impossible to deal with. Particularly with Kench, it's really hard to take people down, to get through the front line. The kiteback's amazing, but if you get caught, particularly by something like a Lee, you don't get to play the game.
And also, they weren't playing front-to-back League of Legends. It was a split fight entirely with the fact that the Shy goes in, is in the middle, and it felt fantastic, right? It was a bit of a split there from Weibo with their decision-making moving forward. It could mean that they could adjust that moving into the next team fight and really show what this composition can do.
And the tough thing for Weibo is it felt like so many things did go well for them in the early stages. Those skirmishes were working for them, but when T1 hit way harder. And they have gotten so much out of these last couple plays. They're going to try to take a tier 1 top, but Faker's looking for an engaged bot.
Yeah, looking for even more. Everfrost is going to land. Somehow that charm didn't connect, but it is still going to gather. A devour from over the wall from Crisp. T1 will settle for this inner turret.
And this is where the earlier Drake from Weibo is going to feel like a miracle in disguise, right? If they didn't have that, would be just a soul point in addition to all the turrets that are there for T1. Now, sure, they're not going to have the soul. You still have 5 minutes of time. It's not looking great, but at the very least, they'll have one more opportunity to try and get something going. My main issue is, particularly with Zeus now completely back in the game and sitting on a pretty ludicrous gold advantage, 3K in the sideline is going to be untouched.
I mean, even in the team play, he just finished an IE. He's got 3 full items now. The Shy just finishes Derek's second. And when you have the IE in, you can talk about not wanting team fight with a Hullbreaker, but when you've got an IE and a Kraken, you can one-hit the backline. This becomes incredibly hard to actually fight against this guy. So if T1 can execute on those 5v5s, as they have been doing all tournament long, we saw it showcased against JDG, against the world's best in that 5v5 stage, then it's going to be tough for Weibo. Look at Carria.
Yeah, Zeus dancing forward, but like you say, Carria lurking in the sidelines. Weibo just trying to deal with these minion waves, not wanting to give up more than they can afford to lose. T1 just going to gather themselves a little bit of extra standing gold in a turret. Not exactly the end of the world, but it's all just more money here for the coffers of T1. These shock blasts starting to land a little bit. Lands onto Faker there, but they're going to need more of those if they want to stop the pressure.
The shock blasts do hurt, but T1 is just playing so intelligently around this. They drop that pink ward mid. Zay is playing very far back because no one's answering top. You know, as T1, the only recourse in this game Weibo have is to overload one side of the map, get a 3v1, get a 2v1, get a pick kill, then attack the rest of the T1 squad. So until they show top, there's no reason for Zayas to walk up. He just plays it so far back, plays it calm, cool, and collected, and allows his team to get those incremental advantages up in top lane.
And this has now turned into an 8,000 gold lead. The Rebel Baron power play just kind of gigantic, given the fact that it was relatively close for a lot of this game. It's how T1 do really like to break open games, especially in the past when they were at their most dominant. Definitely a good sign if you are a T1 fan. And Weibo well and truly on the ropes here at this stage of the game.
And for Weibo now, you're going to either have to have someone on T1 overextend, like you were saying, Azil. I do think it has to be someone else, because killing Zeus when he has Flash, Hullbreaker, and IE is going to be such an incredibly difficult task. But then look at what the rest of T1 is doing. No one is actually segmenting themselves off from the rest. They're always working in tandem.
Exactly. You know you win the 4v4 and you win the 1v1, so as long as you have eyes on Weibo, you are chilling. You just have to make sure you're not getting poked out too heavily.
Wait,
it's going to be up to xiaohu.
Faker waiting over the wall, wants to land that charm to start this fight potentially, but no. Weibo just back away, not wanting to take a fight unless it is far more within their favor and with more information. And that is a very difficult thing to gather here in this game. You talk about saplings, things like that, all these opportunities. If you can't walk out of your base, they don't do a whole lot of good.
It does get very difficult. At the very least, you can use that to clear out brushes, to move forward, try to reclaim some vision, as they're going to do now. Knowing that T1 is on the reset, they will try to deny some of this vision, but the death cap is going to be here soon for Faker. You can see Wit's End going to be pretty soon as well for Guma. These third items are going to be coming through when the GA comes in for Owner as well. T1 are just trying to get as prepared as possible for the Soul or for this Baron, where they are really going to look to dominate.
And really nicely done, shown by our observers here, is how little Weibo know. Well, obviously they have a suspicion that T1 is going to be somewhere in the jungle and they can scout with saplings, but actually retaking control becomes incredibly difficult. And right now, it's still fine, but in 40 seconds, the Baron is coming up and Weibo will be faced with one of two choices. Either you just try to hard force your way in and like flash engage with Weiwei onto someone of T1, but if they don't give you that opportunity, you're gonna have to try and fight up a straight fight.
And one of the biggest problems with that is when you're approaching Baron from blue side, you're setting up for a perfect carry ultimate, right? You know, you all try to flash in, try to go for that engage. If you're trying to follow up on Weiwei's play, there's gonna be a hostile takeover coming through your entire team. So the difficulty is extremely high for Weibo from this position.
Also really difficult to lock down Zeus is if he's only trading with that Unbound Soul available. You can see Xiaohu comes down. That gives T1 the idea. If there are two invested towards that bottom side, that pressure from Zeus pretty clearly illustrated in that moment.
And look at the item spikes. Wits End done for Guma. No death cap for Faker. GA for Owner. And on Weibo's side, 2 item power spikes have been hit, but don't know if that's going to be enough. Xiaohu, though, does have his Cyrildas done. Maybe that can give them the poke they need to contest this Baron, but it looks like it just isn't sticking.
I mean, it feels like it's just basically all up to Xiaohu from this position. He needs to be able to hit Shock Blast on key members that can't heal them up, which is basically just Faker.
Yeah, Owner going aggressive. There's the kick flash once again. Weiwei's going to flash to advance to get himself back. There's the Nature's Grasp as well as Owner's going to have to get out of there. Safeguard is enough of a shield. The Dawning Shadow not quite there with the damage. And T1, they tried something. They're not going to get any kills, but they get the flash from the jungler.
And T1 don't even have to give up Owner's GA, right? He could play that aggressive knowing that he still has his GA available as, oh, he might have a flank here.
Oh, Carrier. Okay, looking for that angle as Xiaohu.
I think they might know.
Going to face check.
Now
Oh,
they
they
know.
just saw him hop out of the brush. Not quite sneaky enough. The Shock Blast comes in eventually, but that is going to put enough fear into Weibo. And Zeus, yeah, like 3 hits this Cloud Drake. Yeah.
I mean, he is just going to kill that thing so fast. They're going to start Baron at the same time. They're just going to start it up. I think at this point, T1 feel that they can do everything at once. And Weibo, you've got to make a stand now. There's just no way from this position you can give up a free Baron.
Well, Weiwei is in the vicinity, but the rest of the team is still making their way over. The Shy does have teleport, but they have no information. They have no vision. This Baron is gone.
You just can't walk up. There's not really
Faker
anything you can do.
Yeah, looking for the angle. It's not exactly behind Xiaohu, but he's pretty fast. As Xiaohu's going to avoid the charm for now. Shock Blast connects onto Faker there as well. He's still going to look for that reset angle, and now with the Baron buff in tow, T1 feel like they don't need a reset to try and break open the base of Weibo here in Game 1 of the finals. Nature's Grasp flying forward. Owner still has that GA, remember? Chris going down so incredibly low. Zeus just executes the Shy up to the side, and there is another one. This guy's Yone is just absurd. And the inhibitor's going to go down. Weiwei is burning there as well, as now Xiaohu tries to be the hero, but it does not work out, and I think T1 are just going to end Game 1 here.
And the early game, T1 not able to get a bunch of crucial kills, but they don't let it phase them. They are able to find the one skirmish they're looking for, take the Baron, and from that point on, Weibo doesn't get to fight back.
And now 1-0 here in the World Final. T1 on the red side as well, going to be able to walk away victorious. It was an early game composition and it was executed very well, but I felt like there were angles for Weibo to go back and try and retcon and figure it out for Game 2.
I mean, it's tough, right? Weibo did win out in a lot of those early game skirmishes. They were getting the kills, but T1 played an immaculate objective game. And let's face it, they were winning in isolation all 3 lanes, and that is such a problem. Even though Weiwei was making these ganks happen and they were getting some kills, it always felt like it was T1 with the push in the lanes, with the turret plates that they're taking, with every single objective.
And I thought the game might have stabilized to the point where Weibo could go and try and get to that late game. But then the moment that that fight in the T1 jungle happened, when they tried to collapse on Guma, they just didn't seemingly have the tools. And I think that outside of Weiwei, it is actually hard to lock down a target. And that turned into the Baron, and from that point, the game was done.
And I have to give so much credit to Zeus in this game. Was incredible in the isolated 1v1. Yes, he fell down to a couple ganks, but coming